Welcome to this super afternoon stream. How's everyone doing? Alright, let's get to the action. So, what are we going to be doing on today's stream? We've pretty much have a working front end for our application, and we are just creating some basic JSON with the to-dos of the app. But now we want to start processing those to-dos. To do so, I want to create a small application. This is actually up to date. I don't believe that's up to date. Is it? Oh, it is. It definitely is. Okay. So that was the thing that I was missing. Yeah. So, oops. What the hell? Don't show this dialogue in the future. That's exactly what I want. Don't want to see that anymore. Right. So, our front end is working pretty much. It could be improved. There could be other possible front ends that we could do, but let's not waste any more time on that. At the moment, we have this basic application, and the first thing that I want to do is to start working on the backend for our front end. So, we're gonna just move pretty much all of these things into folder called web. Web sounds fine, and everything web related will be moved there. So all of this is web related. Yeah. Again, that sounds fine. Yeah, move that. What else is web related? Definitely this and this is web related, so let's just move it to web as well. Yeah, move that. And what else is web related? So oops, I moved the start server here. I guess that's web related. It's not necessarily web related, so we have our start server here. Not necessarily web related. So we might want to, yeah, let's just put all of that into the web, so everything that we had will be moved in here, and if we need to bring something back again, we'll do that. So let's just do a git status, yeah, git add all git status, and it should set renamed, yeah, so git commit move web stuff to web directory to web there. Alright, so that's what we have there. Now, what else do we need? So we might want to have a new folder called source, and we might also want to have a new, so this will be just source, a new folder called something like infrastructure. Why not? Infrastructure sounds fine. Sounds pretty much fine. So that's what we are gonna have in there. Yeah, okay. So we already have something that could directly be put into the infrastructure folder, and that's from our advent of code. So if we take a look at the advent of code, and we already have an infrastructure folder. Here we have a bunch of the cable is falling apart. We have a bunch of Docker files over here. These Docker files are just a basic common Go, a basic Go for development, and this one is actually Go for like production more or less. And the same thing for Rust, and we didn't have a Rust production yet. The thing is that I might want to start thinking about sharing these things. So let's take a quick look about how was this implemented, and if we could already strip it down and start using it. So we get here, so we start with Docker, then we create a Golang one, and we copy stuff from Docker, so the binary of Docker, into the Golang one. Far, that could be far, although this sounds like something you might want to do just for development, not necessarily for production. But okay. Then we have a GoDeb that just puts OpenSSH uponly, reads in some args, so the development user, development ser, it creates the dev user, does some things with that, creates some keys. Okay, and it allows us to connect with SSH into this container. Far. That's pretty much far. Okay. The thing that I'm not quite sold on is about having Docker as the base. So here we did the same thing. Okay, I guess that depends on if Docker should be part of the production or not. I'm doing that just to be able to run Docker commands within the production image, I would assume. Do I really want to do that? I wouldn't say so. Honestly, not really, right? Am I right? Not sure. So let's just not touch much in there. We could actually like create a new Git repository just for the infrastructure. That would probably be a better way. Though let's try not to focus on that too much for now. Let's just get something working, and if we need to abstract this later on, we will abstract it. So let me just copy this Go thingy into this infrastructure. Yeah, so we just want to copy this thing. Alright, we also want to copy the dev one. Yeah, and that would be it. Alright, so that should be the infrastructure for a thing. And we also would need to have some kind of Docker Compose. So docker compose dot YAML. Alright, and this should be good enough to start working on this. So let's take a quick look at how this is looking, and yeah, this is all we have, and probably hopefully all we need. So let's just get this open. Alright. Yep. Looking good, looking neat, looking just what we need. Alright, so this should be enough to have a working Go thingy. Shouldn't be Advent of Code Go. Shouldn't be Advent of Code Go. That's for sure. Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. So let's write something like JCB infra here. So let's just call this JCB infra. Yeah, that's probably a better thing to do. And having that means that we will also need to have a Docker compose here just for building purposes, probably. Docker compose dot YAML. Alright, let's just put this over there. Docker compose dot YAML. Alright, so this one will be the Docker for building, and this one would be the Docker for running. And all of this folder could be let's say could be abstracted away in the future if we find that useful at all. Alright, so this should work pretty much as it is, and this should also work pretty much as it is. How about moving this dependency from here into here? So starting with Docker, then grabbing that, copying this thing, yeah, and then I would have both Docker and this. Yeah, that sounds fine. That sounds more like what I would like to have. JCB infra, let's just say JCB. JCB is good enough, descriptive enough. So things that we are going to have on our Golang, probably just having Golang in there for now would be okay. Let me just real quick check what's the latest Golang version for Docker that we need to know. Docker Golang, not exactly the latest Docker version for the Golang, but what's the latest version that already has an image. Yep, so should be 22.1. And what do we have here? 21. Okay, 22.1. Good enough. Updating or go. So let's take a quick look at how was the other Docker Compose done. So we should have a Docker Compose over here. This should be pretty much same stuff. So let's just copy paste it. Right, yeah. So So this would be JCB go. The context is here. The context is here, and the Docker file would be just that one. Fairly good, fairly good, fairly good to good. And now we should have something like go dev. So go dev. Alright, GCB go dev. Alright, I'm using the tag here. I'm not quite sure if that would be the best way to do that or not. Probably the tag should be used for versioning. We'll figure out in the future if we are doing a good use of the tag or not. But yeah, so with this we should have a Docker file that we can use for at least building. I guess that for running it we would need more things. Like for example here on go dev we needed some port, some volume, some M file, and all of this Zyza, let's just copy all of this. Let's just copy all of this and take a look at it, because this should be closer to what we need. So we do need this thing to be privileged just so we can access our local Docker, so that's fine. We don't need this. And now we start having more things. So std in open and go. This is probably just because this thing is something that we can connect to. Yeah, I think we should be fine having this over here. And all of this. Okay, this is the outside port on the also the inside port on the outside port. So this should be just like an example. The volumes on the ARM file. So these ones should be more or less like an example. Can I have comments, multi-line comments on YAML? It's not a thing that YAML has. Probably not. Multi-line comments YAML. Let's see. YAML support inline comments but doesn't support block comments. Okay, so I guess that all of these things should be put behind a comment, like something that says use its example. Alright, so that's fine, and this should be how you use this Docker. So this is just for building it. And this is for actually running it. I guess that privilege true on these things could go differently. Maybe I can do some kind of inheritance. Maybe that's something I could do. Inherit YAML. More complex inheritance in YAML. you could do stuff like this. You could do stuff like that. I think that Docker provides something else for doing this thing. Something like derives, or I'm not quite sure. But this should be fine. This one I always want to have that one. Home dev code. Home dev code. Yeah, that's fine, and that part's fine. Actually, the port is not quite fine. Let me take a look at the inherits on Dockerfile, how that works. Docker compose inherit. Okay, this is what I wanted to know. So you say something like links. Links? Really? No. Extend. Okay, yeah, extends is the thing that I want. The extends keyword. Okay, the easiest way to achieve this is to create a second compose file. In the second file, you can use the stand docker compose, which allows you to inherit services from another file. Okay, when it's in, you must make sure that all parts in the file are relative to the base component, to the base compose file, i.e. Okay. Right. So if I inherit this thing, that means that the volumes and the files and everything will be relative to the other file. I guess that this path over here will be a slight issue. Yeah. Yep. But I mean, this is just for building, so I should be fine. Well, but I would need to then build this and the other one differently, which I'm not certified like. Complicated. I could also keep this as infra and then assume, yeah. Yep. This is slightly awkward. Okay, so let's keep this just for building. So these are running parameters. stdin, open, and hostname are also running parameters. So all of these are running parameters, and this is also a running parameter. So these are just for building, and these ones here are for running. and these ones here are for running. So I could have maybe something like let's call it go dev2. Let's see how this goes. Dev2. Yeah, so I would have like another container, one that is just for building, go dev, and one that is for running. And this one should inherit from this one. Use that image gcb go dev. I don't say how to build it, and I give it all of these parameters. Go dev base, go dev default. I think this is fine, right? Like I have this one here for building. I have yeah. I'm liking this one. Okay. And now yeah. I'm liking all of the things that I'm seeing here. Right. Things that I have to do now are over here, fill in this one. So fill in this one. Have to extend dot. Yeah, I want to say the service version and so on, and this one would be the name, directly the name of the thing that I'm building at the moment, which would be the streaming to do list server, STL server. Okay, that sounds good. STL, the STL server. Fine, STL server. That stands go development default, and that's all that we need. Extends, actually extends. Okay. Yeah. So we are just like kinda copying that thing. Now, what else will we need? We will actually need some keys and so on. So the things that are on the env folder over here. So let me take a look at this one. Okay. Thank Lord I'm not leaking the full number of that. Though I should probably redo that. I should probably recreate that cookie session or whatever. Yeah, it's a private cookie session, so maybe that gets recreated anyway. It wasn't fully leaked, so not the worst. We should have some .env over here, and let's just put this thing. That's the SSH public key, so that we can log in there. So we have the dev user, we have the dev cell. What else do we have? the SSH public key. SSH public key. Oh, and we also have this session here. Apparently, why? Why do you have that session? Because that session, yeah, because that session. Yeah, we're putting that on the path, but we don't really need that, right? We could just remove this line. We could just remove this line, and that should be fine. And all of these echoes, what are we doing with all of these echoes? We are putting them in the SSH environment. Dev user SSH environment. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I could just remove this one, because that one was more like a public facing thing. And here we are patching the path. Okay. Yep. I mean, actually this should probably go like here, right? At the end. Yeah, not small file. We take the path, we put it there. That's a bit weird, but whatever. Okay, so this should pretty much work. Let's test it. If we go over here, we should be able to go to infrastructure and do docker compose build go. Okay, the command docker could not be found in this WSG distro. We recommend to activate WSL integration docker in desktop settings. Okay, right, that's weird. Oh, our docker thing is not running actually. Docker. So the Docker app was not running for whatever reason. But that should be fine. Now we started and the Docker daemon should start and we should have access to Docker from WSL. Okay. I think I disabled that because if you are not using Docker actually for whatever you're doing, it consumes so much resources. Like if you're editing video, having Docker running, it's a nightmare because it grabs all your resources and eats them away. Okay, so the plan here will be to have like a Go image, a Go base image, then a Go development image, and then extend from that Go development, well, a actual like Go run image that runs the development, and extend from that Go run. So that's the process, and We would have a production one if we ever need to, but for now this should be fine. And what we need to do now is to come and build this one, and then run this one. Actually, we need to build I don't think we need to build this one. So build this two and run this one. Yep, that's what we have to do. Okay. And we should be able to access this thing on this port. In this case, instead of using 69, I'm gonna be using a different port. So 6910. Let's use that one, just so that it doesn't collide with the other ones. This is taking quite a lot of time to start. I hope it's not trying to update or anything. You already find out that it has some updates, but I don't really want to be updating it right now. I just want to have some Go container started. Okay. Seems like this is working. Yup. Docker engine running. So is this actually ready to go? It should. So Docker Compose will go. Okay, that's quite strange. Why is that part of the validation? To build Go? Yeah, that's a bit sad, because that means that I cannot put like services in there. So maybe let's just have some default. Could I have that? Is it file or directory? So it is really trying to open some .env file. It is really trying to do that, even though this is no longer like, oh, I haven't saved. Okay. Additional property defaults is not allowed. Right. Yeah. So all of these which are okay, let me move this from this Docker file to another Docker file. That might probably be the correct solution. So what if I have one more here that is docker, god damn it, docker compose.yaml, this one is docker compose.defaults.yaml, and over here we have our same header with the version, and the services as we are using as well, and now we just have these things for the defaults. Okay, and over here we extend this, but we should be able to say okay, yeah, yep. So extends, we actually extends from a file, and that file is infra slash docker compose dot defaults dot YAML em, and the service is go dev. Okay, I'm liking that. Yeah, now we should be able to just build this thing. Okay, go internal, load metadata for Docker.io, library, Golang, whatever. Failed to solve JCB go. Failed to solve JCB go. Very much fa. That probably means that I first need to build the Go one. Build Go. Yeah, and this should work. Okay, it's doing the building process, just downloading the things from Docker Hub. It should just be download the things from Docker Hub. This shouldn't require anything else. So taking a bit to do that. That's probably fine. Okay. Look how it's building. Right. Okay. Taking a bit longer than I would have liked, or that I at least would have expected, but that should be fine. Let's take a look at how is the stream going. Yeah, that's going fine. Oh, we have a viewer. That's probably a Streamlabs. Now that I'm realizing that. And this also seems to be working fine. Okay. Yes. Okay, now it's pretty much finishing. Fine. The good thing now is if I move this to another repository, I could start sharing things like this and building like better blocks for these things, and also sharing things like this, like hey, just create this user, and I could have like a small script that creates that user, and what that script does is just this thing, or update whatever this thing is based on, or yeah. Okay, so it's running the last step, which is structuring this thing. One more step, unfortunately. One more step. Oh, okay, so it has, yeah, so then it would more likely also need to struct this too. Struct. It has structed yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Now we have to build Go dev. Yep. It already looks to me like we would need to have like some kind of base and some kind of dev compose, like to have this on different steps, but that's probably fine. Okay, so it already found out that it had this one and it doesn't need to do that again, but it needs to download this one. Okay, right. Let's maybe split this already. So docker compose base dot YAML docker compose dot dev dot YAML. Let's be somewhat consistent and let's write YAML like that, and let's be somewhat consistent and let's write YAML like that. All right, so okay, and we just have to take these two, pop, remove this one. We are on, oh, actually we were on dev. Okay, yeah, go dev, and this service should probably be go dev. I don't know, this looks fine. That looks fine as well. And over here, just have to copy this thing. The base one. Okay. Alright, that's looking fine. And now we can delete this one. Delete permanently. Yep. Alright. So we have these ones, the base, the defaults, and the dev. That's more or less fine. The services are fine. Alright, I'm happy with that. Probably this one should be go dev, just to be more consistent. Like if I'm using go dev, I'm using go dev. Alright, so this should be built now, and indeed is built. Now the one that we want is infra docker compose defaults.yaml and service go dev. Okay, that's good. Let's just go back and let's do docker compose build go dev. Actually it's STL streaming to-do list run or server. Okay, so it's trying to gather that, which is not quite what the documentation is telling us. When you use multiple compose files, you must make sure all paths in the files are relative to the base compose file, i.e. compose file in your main project folder. This is required because extend files need not be valid compose files. Okay, extend files can contain small fragments of configuration tracking which relative to the base file. And what's the base file? That one's the base file, saying build dot maybe. Actually don't need to build it, right? So it should be just docker compose up -d with that. Oh, but it's trying to use the other one, which is weird. Okay. Yeah. Stands file common services YAML service web app. To include the service web app in the final project, when standing services from another file, you need to explicitly include both services in your current folder file, for example. Non-normative example. Include. Huh. Yeah. How do I change the base from one to another? This was saying that build dot maybe. Maybe. No. That's quite weird. All paths in the files are relative to the base compose file. Okay. So the base compose file is this one. So yeah. I mean, I guess that this env over here could be cert. Okay, don't need that one. Yeah, move that. Let me just rename maybe. I don't know. That should be fine. Okay. So I want to run it now. Up D. Just want to do this one. Okay. Now it's a work. Okay. All right. So that's that. And now I should be able to connect through SSH to this GoDev yeah, let me just stop this one. Stop. Change the port over here, so that I don't need to change it on the other place. And let's go back to 6900. Alright, let me start it again. Okay, recreate it, whatever, that's fine. And now over here should be able to just SSH into GoDev, and this should work. Okay, opening remote. This is a Linux. Ooh. Okay. Still opening the remote, apparently. Am I trying to create some weird volume somewhere? Yeah, I am. Because this volume here, dev code, will be located to this infra. So that's not exactly what I want. So if I say open folder and I do code, what do I have here? I should have something at least. Oh yeah, trust. Please do trust them. Okay, so I have that, which I don't want nor need. So yeah, I'm not quite sold on those defaults, but that's fine. I'm not quite sold on those defaults. Let's go to the defaults and let's put just this to infra here. Infra. Okay. All let's do that. So I want that there, and I want this here, volumes, def code src. Right, and I want src. Okay, so does that work if I do that one? Here on the src I just want to have something like a main.go. Right, let's try doing that one and let's see what happens. Stop. Okay, let's see what happens. I now should have 2 volumes. Alright, start it. And if I refresh, reload window, I should have 2 volumes now. And 2 folders here. I should have 2 folders here. And they should be linked, one to infra and the other one to the source. And I should see on the source the main.go file. And if that's the case, then we are good to go. Good to go. Alright. Let's see. This is taking a bit, and this is taking a bit. It's taking quite a bit just to reload that, honestly. Okay, so we can see the infra in here, which we wanted, but we seem not to be able to see the other one. Have I just not saved? That could be the case. That was the case, and it's also wrong. Volumes. Alright. This is, where did I wrote that volumes? Okay. Alright. Yeah, and this one should go here. Alright. Yep. And let's see what happens now. They have like a restart. Is that the thing? Yeah. Stop. Yeah. Volume src invalid compose project. Okay. Refers to undefined volume src. Ooh. Do I need to do that? Or is that relative to the other one? Okay, yeah. Yep. Alright. Oh no. Up detach. Recreated. Yeah. And I should be able to reload this window. load window. This should now be fine. Okay, so I'm happy with the architecture for this infrastructure. I guess I am. Like, it's slightly annoying. Maybe not that annoying. It's a bit annoying, but it could be worse. That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with this one. Happy with how this is turning out to be. Alright, so now here on this main.go, I should be able to do something fairly easy. And I would also need to expose some more ports. At least one more. So we have this one over here on the defaults. Right over here we might want one more port. It could be 420 421. Well, actually 420, and that would be linked to port 80 inside of the container. Alright, so yes, and there we go. Okay, so now we should be able to program in Go over here, and I want to install some Go extension here. Yeah, installing. And this extension should be the only extension I need, right? Okay, so I don't need anything else. I shouldn't need anything else. I don't know why I got this output open. I'm just gonna close it. I'm gonna assume that this is now working, so I could do something like package main. Alright, that should be valid Go syntax. And I could now do fn main. Yeah. And I could do import fnt, and I could do fnt dot print ln. This one should be capital letter, and let me just say hello world. Save. No colons, no nothing, and I now should be able to SSH into local host 6900. Good. Dot local host does this one go like this? Alright, yeah. Why am I needing to provide a password? I thought I had set up this so that no password was ever required, with the keys and so on. So That's a bit weird. Let me quickly take a look at SSH over here. Dot SSH authorize keys. Okay. GitHub pub, dev pub, known hosts. I guess that something here is not quite correct. Can't really think why that would be the case. Config. Oh. Okay. There we go. Right, we have go and code. Perfect. So we could go to code, ls, and there we have everything. Why was I doing this? Not quite sure, to be honest. I wanted to run the thing. Okay, so I want to do go build. Well, actually, just go run main.go. Yeah. Okay. It ran. Syntax error. Non-declaration statement outside function body. Okay. So I guess that means that I don't know enough code to make that. So is it func? Oh, func. Alright. First try. Okay, that was good. I'm happy with that one. Right. So I can do git status, git add everything, git status. Alright, some new files. Let's just commit them. Git commit message feature go infra. Let's just push. Okay, so now we have the infrastructure to start building our Go application. We have the infrastructure to start building our Go application. We also seem to have like updates and stuff over here. Do you want to start the recommended? Yeah, install them. I think I had already done that, but yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't want to do that now. Zoo. Go. Testing. Code. No test results yet. Alright. Zoo. Yeah, this seems to be just fine. Maybe this. Let me make that bigger. Okay. So we can now run Go code inside of our Docker container, which is really what we wanted. What we want to do on that Go code, we want to test if we can parse some JSON. So that's probably gonna be the last thing that we'll be doing on today's stream. Let's try parsing some JSON. Can I actually open a terminal here. How do you open a terminal? Right. Comma. So control these things. Alright. Perfect. So we now have a terminal. Can I close this? Escape? I guess I don't know the shortcut for closing the panels, but that's fine. So how do we read some JSON? I'm gonna fairly boldly assume that we have some JSON packets. So JSON apparently not. Could not import JSON. Cannot write back in JSON in Go root or Go path. So let's go to the Go documentation. Go docs. Okay. Right. Does this have like a search or something? Oh, Go standard library probably. Alright, yeah. JSON. Encoding JSON. Okay, so that's the name of the packets. Encoding JSON. Apparently not. Example. Oh, encoding JSON. Yeah. Imported and not used. Okay, that's better. So let's just have like a type over here. This type, we can actually just more or less import the types that we have over the web. And that would be, let me just quickly close some windows. Close. Yep. Alright. We should be located at web elements. Alright. Actually not. Web to do. Yeah. Okay. Here we should have item list. No. Item. Was it item list? No. Should be just class item, right? Alright, class item. And this is what one of our items has. So we come over here and we define, why am I on whatever, a type which is called item, and it's a struct, Alright, I guess they are capitalized, right? And these things, if I remember correctly, if they are lowercase, they are public or private based on that. So I don't know if I want them to be public or not. Let me just keep them as non-public for now. So we have an ID which is a string. We have a text which is a string. We have a created add, which is a time, but let me just put string for now, and we'll figure out a better type later on. Completed that string, color string, and this thing is a it's a array of string array, right? And this one just the same. Okay. Does this work? Does this do something? Oh, opening the terminal takes too long. Okay, I'm coding on WSL Ubuntu. I was confused about what was going on, and now we have a problem which I don't know how to resolve. What if I save? Alright. I fucked up. Compare. Alright. Use the actions in the editor toolbar to use your changes and overwrite file content. Discard your changes and revert to file content. Alright, so I should have probably done the merge correctly, but whatever. Too late for that now. This is encoding JSON, and now what I want to do is to create one item. So item like that. Okay, now I want to do JSON dot compact Marshall. That looks like what I want. JSON item JSON is equals to this thing or error. Is that syntax correct? Item. I don't know what I did. Okay, and now we do if error is not nil, then we do panic. Oh, okay. Not enough arguments. Panic built-in function storm. Right. Panic error encoding JSON item to JSON. Right. What else? Now we can use the item.json. So I guess we could just Marshall it, for example. Maybe. JSON dot, I mean, if it's Marcel, I guess, Marcel. Alright, on item JSON, I guess, and where to put it. Right, output. Alright, and we could have output equals to item. Alright, and now we can provide that. So we need a pointer here, and this should return probably an error, right? Yeah, error, like that. No, like that. Okay, and now if the error is not null, error decoding item from JSON, so that's fine. And can I print the item? Print fmt, print the output, I guess. Output. Alright, let's see how this crosses and burns. How many errors do we have? So go run main.go. Right. src. Yep. Really? Like, it was that easy to do this? Like, no way. How this is like my second Go program. Like, it doesn't make much sense. I forgot to save. Comma. Alright, it wasn't that easy. Right. Print ln. That's first thing. Yeah. So over here, can I just print the item? Item. Alright. So the items printed correctly. Can I see the item JSON? I guess I can't. Two bytes. I guess it's an empty object, like open parentheses and close parentheses. So it didn't encode it correctly. Can I do What? I'm forgetting to save. I should say 2. Alright. How do... Alright. Something like JSON len. Okay. Original item. Yeah. And encoded item. Alright. I guess I will have to tell the Marshal function how to... Okay, so Marshal returns the JSON encoding of B. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Marshal traverses the value B recursively. If encountered a value implements marshaller and it's not a nil pointer, Marshal calls marshaller.marshalJSON to produce JSON. Okay. If no marshaller.marshalJSON is presented, but the value implements encoding text marshaller instead, Marshal calls encoding text marshaller marshalText and encodes the result as a JSON string. The nil pointer exception is not strictly necessary, but mimics a similar call. Right. Struct. Okay. Struct values encoded as JSON objects. Each exported struct field becomes a member of the object, using the field names as the object keys, unless the field is omitted for one of the reasons given below. But I'm providing a struct, so I guess it's not like an inline struct. That could be the issue. Can I just say this? If I do this, maybe it start this here? No. Right. So let's go back to the other because I like more the other one. What if I do that? ID. Okay. Huh. Okay, so maybe I need to do both. Fuck. Right. Text created at started at stopped at compiled at color. And now? Unknown field ID instruct literal of type item. Yeah, okay. Tell me more. Right. Right. Okay. Text. And now this should be bigger. Let me just save. It's not bigger. So do I need to put this tag or do I not? That's my question. Oh, I guess I did not. It just needs to be capitalized. Alright, so all public fields get supported with the name. That's perfect. That's perfect. And if I want to give it more things, I just give them like this. Like, I don't want them to be like with capital letters. So let's just do text. Let's do created art. Let's do started art. Stopped art, completed art, and color. I mean, do not know any Go at all. This is going. I mean, it's not that I don't know any Go at all. Like, it's like C. Like, it's fairly simple. Like, you can't read Go. But this is going incredibly smooth. So I can't read these things. And I have the first structure that I needed. And the second one is the, how's it called? And the item list. Alright, let's just do that. So type item list. This is struct with dot art. Type to do file, which is struct as well. To do JSON, well, to do file. That's right. How does a to do file look like? Let me just real quick check. Let me check that. Okay. What makes this athletic? Oh, good question. If you gift a whatever you want to gift, I can do a certain amount of push-ups. That was the athletic part of it. So since you're the first person that is questioning my athleticism, we can agree how many push-ups per what you are willing to pay for them. So I mean, I'd be content with one follow per 5 push-ups, maybe, if that sounds good to you. I'm cheap. I'm cheap for now. Does that sound like a deal? 7 push-ups per one follow. I mean, I have nothing else to lose, so sounds fair. Alright, let's point to the floor. Let's hope that, okay, sounds fair.
Azir
Alright.
is building something.
I don't know if I can even fit over here. Like, that would be something like a little view. I hope that this is like good enough view, like more or less. Not the best view, but you know, that's the deal. So 7 push-ups this was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 push-ups. I can even go for a few more. Alright. I cannot do like jump push-ups yet, but I'm getting there. Dude, your jeans are packing. Yeah, they're nice. Alright. So, those were the push-ups. I hope you've done them. Right. I mean, a long time ago. Like it's been a long time since I haven't been able. Mind this time wanna get one size bigger. Yeah, they're like tight jeans. So yeah. It's been a long time, a really long time since I haven't been able to fit in these jeans. Like I bought them like way long ago, like back when I was at uni, and then I got not like way fatter, but I gained like about 10 kilos more or less. And now I've started to work out again, and I've lost almost those 10 kilos that I gained. So I'm getting back in shape. Couple, maybe more than a couple, but in a few months, I hope that they aren't as fat as they are right now. That's the hope. Right. So, okay, we were trying to figure out. Well, not figure out, but we were checking. What's the structure of this JSON files that we have over here that we are creating. So we just have this has items, and then we have to do, on progress, and done. Alright, so that should be easy to translate into JSON. Well, into Go JSON, however you want to call this. So here we have some items, and they will be called items. Yep, and that should be fine. And on the to-do file, we actually have 3 of these things. You're making a JSON parser? Oh god, that's usually not fun. Yeah, it's not fun. Actually, it hasn't been like that bad. Like it's bad because I'm duplicating code. I have the part that writes the JSON on JavaScript. So it's this web page will be writing the JSON. So it's like a to-do list, and you have the items and you can move them around and so on. And then I'm parsing them on Go. And the cool thing is that I don't know Go. And surprisingly enough, it's been quite easy to do this thing. So I was gladly surprised about that. It was pretty much like take a look at the documentation, find where the encoding JSON package was, and do a basic example, and it was pretty much like first try. So I'm fairly happy that this JSON parser on Go, it's going smooth. Like Go doesn't feel like that complicated, at least at the beginning. So I don't know when we get to do something more complex how that will go. But yeah, Go is like a more forgiving version on C from what I know. It definitely feels like that. Like the syntax just reads like C, and so far like all the pointers and stuff is just like you don't need to really be thinking about any of that. It more or less just works, which is nice. I don't know, like I guess that I would be losing some performance. Of course I'm losing some performance, like this is a virtual running. It's not running on like directly on the OS. It has like a small virtual machine to run the language. But will it be a noticeable performance? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. What's this complaining about? On progress ridiculed. Oh, of course it's ridiculed. Apparently I cannot talk and program correctly at the same time. That's proven to be hard. Right. So what brought you to the stream? Were you interested on the athleticism of the stream, the athleticism part of the stream, or what were you interested on? As long as your computer is from the 80s, I will guarantee you it will be noticeable. Well, it's not from the 80s. It's a fairly old computer. Like, I don't know. It's like 7 years old computer. But it runs fine. I mean, at the moment it's running like WSL plus streaming plus Docker plus multiple instances of VS Code, and it's coping. So I guess that I won't be noticing performance issue on parsing a couple strings from a file. I guess you're right on that. Alright. So, what would happen now if instead of a item I have an item list with a to-do over here, and that to-do it's actually yeah, so I thought you were actually doing athletic stuff while coding, like maybe you know these pong paddles. Oh, pong paddles, I thought you do that all the time. What are pong paddles? Let me Google that. Pong paddles. Oh, like playing pong while programming. Yeah, but I could do that. Like, I haven't quite defined yet what's the athleticism part. My plan was just to do some push-ups if people followed or subscribed or donate, whatever. Which I think could be fun. Though it could be a bit disturbing if many people are like subscribing or doing whatever, but that yet has not been an issue at all. as you can imagine. So yeah, okay, what would be the syntax to create an array here? What's the syntax to create an array? So this should be more or less like a basic sketch of what I want to do. I want to have a to-do file that's already complaining somehow, and that to-do file has a to-do. That to-do is an item list, and that item list has some items. Okay, some items, and guess that I'm missing some commas here, one in there and one in here, and somehow I need to tell Go that I want this to to be an array. I guess that's not the syntax. Is it make or something like that? Make? I saw people use make. No. How to array on JSON? How to array? Jump to no. Array. Oh. Array. Okay. A parse go array. I guess that this is not quite what I want. No. Maybe they're called slices. If I search for slice, would that pop out here? Slice. Right. Bytes. That's probably what I want. Okay. Clone compare contains. No. Oh, I just saw there's a JSON Marshall method inside Go. That makes it, of course, be able to be fun again. I thought you were really just reading in the file as text. Yeah, I'm using the standard library of Go. Like I just put like JSON, and it gave me like a list of things. I'm not writing the parser from scratch. Like I would do that if the project was, hey, let's build a parser, but that's not the project that I'm trying to build. So the project that I'm trying to build, it's a two-step process. First, you have like some really awful front end like this one that I'm presenting to you. And on this front end, I'm planning to have like to-dos, like the things that I want to be doing during the stream. Like for example, the first thing that we did was to write a Docker file for Go. So Docker file for Go. I would create the to-do, and then I would start working on this to-do. And now the to-do is starting. While I'm doing that, what the web page is doing is to build up a JSON object. And with that JSON object, later on, I'll be able to load that JSON onto the Go program that I'm working on at the moment. Once I have all of these to-dos with the timestamps, like I'm creating a timeline with all the timestamps. Like for example, I've been working on this part for 22 seconds. Once I have what's the 3 times? Oh, this I didn't know what to put in the middle of the to-do list because I can only work on one thing at a time. So since that's a limitation, I had like a block of empty space, and I just put sometimes. This is like the current time at the moment. This one is the amount of time that I've been working on the current task. So if I go back to working on this task, it showed me the seconds that I've been working there. This one, I honestly don't remember what that one is. Let me just take a look at the code. I don't even know what I'm programming. Yeah. Timers. Zoo. Oh, so when I started the stream, that's when I started the stream. Reminds me of airport clocks. Yeah, more or less. Like they're supposed. So this is supposed to be like a helper for me while I'm streaming. So it should be the times that I'm interested at, like when the stream started, what time is it at the moment, and the amount of time that I've been working on the current task. The idea is to grab all of those timestamps and then grab the video of the stream and use the timestamps to cut the video and ensemble it again. So I would like to say something like, hey, take all of the pieces where I've been working on the Docker file for Go and chop them and put them. Oh, hi Suki, how are you doing? top them and ensemble the video. I will just finish displaying the app once more. We've made quite a lot of process. We pretty much finished the front end, and now I'm working on a small Go backend to do the actual processing of the video. So I'm just starting by parsing all of the JSONs, and I'm trying to figure out how Go works. Oh, this function built-in allocates and initializes an object of. Oh, okay. So make was the thing that I needed. Though I'm not using it quite correctly. Yeah. So I just need to do it like this, I guess. Does it work? 0, 0. Oh, okay. So that's the size of it, and then I just need to put over here the items that I want. All right. No. Why? Invalid argument. Item. Value type item must be integer. Why? Only like new, the first argument is a type, not a value. Unlike new makes, okay, slice, the length and the capacity. Okay, I thought that this would be like the items with which it gets initialized. Okay, so length 0, that's fine. I guess that now I should be able to append things in here. So append to item dot to do. I guess that's how you do that. But I want to append to dot items. Is that valid Go syntax? To do, undefined. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay, it doesn't seem to be valid Go syntax. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew about this. So I just need to do this. It is awful. Huh. Non-name. First try? Is that first try? Is that how do you do JSON on Go? I mean, the item is here. If only I was reading it correctly, it could have worked. So this could be like a file. Let me just rename it because the Lexer will help me. File to do items. File to do items. I want to marshal the items. File JSON. Error encoding file to JSON. Original file. JSON len. File JSON. A marshal file JSON. I put that into the output. Error decoding file from JSON and re-encoded file. Alright. Let's take a look. And I forgot again to change the type of the output. Okay, fair enough. To do file. Right. First try. Okay. So we are successfully able to take our file, put it into a JSON, it occupies all of these bytes, which is quite a lot, and then re-encode that file, and we reconstruct the same structure. So as you can see, the structure, when it's printed, it's not printed as JSON, but that's really not an issue. I guess I could print the JSON as string, because it's a bytes. So if I print it just like this, I will not be able to see the I will not I also printed the wrong thing. So if I do just this, I just see a string of bytes, right? Yeah, that's not quite helpful. I could maybe do something like string dot. I guess I need to import string here. Strings. Okay, so it's strings. Apparently the module's called strings. Oh, fuck. Right. Strings dot and builder clone compare contains. Can you do a strings from bytes? Something like that. From, no. Can I do a string with this? No. Okay, let's Google that. Golang bytes to string. I guess that the issue is that I need to tell it with which encoding do I. Oh no, okay, it has a default encoding. So alright, I guess I just need to tell it to take all of the bytes. No. Okay. A string is a set of all strings bits combined but not necessarily representing an EDF encoded string. A string might be empty but not nil. Values of type string are immutable. Fa. Yeah. How do you do that? My bytes. Okay, but why is that not working on my case? I guess the compiler will tell me if I save, of course. Or the compiler, the whatever Go uses. Invalid composite literal type string. Excuse me? Readable JSON. Alright. Does that work? No. Maybe it's because I'm not using it. No. Alright, that was not the issue. So how do I get a string from this? As printf, maybe. Oops. Yeah, but that's maybe. Okay, let's try that. As printf into this format of the file JSON and I'm missing a parenthesis. Is that it? FNT, right? FNT. Alright, and now this thing over here, we are not using it and it already removed it. And let's hit a go run. Doesn't work. Doesn't quite work. Yeah. So still not quite so. Buff string. Yeah, try doing this one, but it just doesn't work. String. Oh, a string, but not with braces, but with parentheses. Okay, alright, that makes more sense. Yep, there we go, so we have the JSON content. And the rest is working just fine. Okay. So what if were to drag one of these files, one of these to-do files onto here? Let me just change the docker ignore. Oh, actually the git ignore. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how to. Can I? Yeah, I was gonna write a test for this, but we've already done that. Like, so I'm not gonna test anything new by putting a Excel file. Like, this thing is already an Excel file. So, think we are now able to take all of these things and encode them. I think that now we are able. Okay, this is going a bit crazy. OBS is getting tired. Alright, so we are now able to take the JSON in and put it onto Go structures. So that's really good. And I think that we are just gonna leave it over here. Yeah. So next thing that we want to be doing is to, let me just put a couple to-dos maybe. So to do read files from disk to do read JSON files from this read JSON from network. Right, so those are the first two to-dos that we want to be working on. What else do we want to be working on? We want to be working on actual processing the .json. So to do process the JSON to some useful objects, and to do translate those objects and some useful structs and translate those structs into ffmpeg command, into ffmpeg commands. Yeah. And what else? Maybe implement this is a daemon plus a CLI application that connects to it. What else? We implement this as a daemon plus a CLI application that connects to it. And that would be it, pretty much, right? Yeah, that would be pretty much it. So the idea would be like, you are on the web page, you create your JSON, you then say, hey, send that JSON to this backend. The backend creates the ffmpeg command, and once we have the ffmpeg command, we can now decide how to process that. So we are gonna be leaving the stream over here. I think it's been a bit of a two-phased stream. So we've had the first phase with the Docker and so on. So if you are not that interested on Docker, that part might have been a bit boring. And then we've done this Go part. So this has been more of a building the infrastructure of the thing. But so far so good. The infrastructure is there. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, another thing that it's on my mind. Is that maybe this infrastructure could be extracted away into something different, into like a different repository just for this thing. But that would be something to do on another time. It's a bit sad that I have like extensions installed here. So I have extensions installed just on, hi, what are you doing? Oh, I'm building a web page at the moment that would allow me to do automatic editing of my streams, not only of my streams but of any video. So the plan is to have like some kind of to-do list of the things that I'm doing and the things that I've been working on. And then I create like a timeline which contains the timestamps of the things that I've been working on. And then I send that timeline to a small Go program that this is the part that I'm currently building. So the front end is pretty much done, although it looks ugly, it's pretty much done. And then this Go program is gonna parse that JSON and transform it into a ffmpeg command, and then I would just run ffmpeg with that as an input, and voila, have automatically edited video. That's pretty much the idea. Today's been a quite fun stream because we've been building the Docker infrastructure for this thing, and I'm planning to just try to have like a different repository for the infrastructure files, because this thing is something that I've been using across projects. So yeah, and then I've been learning some Go. I don't know what I decided to do this on Go, because I don't actually know Go, but it's been extremely easy to write, surprisingly. So I'm happy with the results. I went from having seen a couple Go videos to having a Go program that can put structs into JSON in pretty much a fairly moderate amount of time. So I'm happy with that. What brought you to the stream, if I might know? I'm allowed to wrap it up, so I'm more talkative than usual. I'm usually just like coding my stuff and so on. Oh, that viewer might have partied. Away. Alright, so we have no viewers in here at the moment. I'm just gonna quickly wrap up the stream. I'm gonna say thanks for the stream, guys. There is. So see you on the next stream. Oh, I was talking with the camera and no one saw that. Fuck. I thought that I was sharing the screen. Poor guy. That guy must have thought that I was a jerk. So sorry, my dude. So sorry. Well, time to wrap it up. Hope to see you on future streams. Bye.